Okay, Kanito, have a good one. No, Jubilee? No. No. If I'm going to voice any Marvel character, make it Shadowcat. I have always loved Kitty Pryde for a long time. I always like, I don't know what they've done to her recently. But I've always liked Kitty Pryde because her power set is actually pretty benign. Now, granted, she can use it in very creative, offensive ways, but think about it. Her power set is quite benign. She phases. She passes through things. Now, granted, she can fuck shit up with phasing, and has, but generally speaking, it's looked at benign. But here's the thing. She's also incredibly smart. She is, did she phase through time? Did Kitty have a thing where she phased through time? I don't remember that. But she's, like, really smart. She's, like, a genius. She has, like, genius-level intellect that I don't think they use enough. Okay. The Days of Future Past Fox movies do not count. That Days of Future Past is not Kitty Pryde. That is what the Days of Future Past movie was, is they took the character of Kitty Pryde and they basically gave her Rachel Summers' power set. Because they basically combined those two characters. Because the Days of Future Past comic, Rachel Summers actually used her Phoenix powers, because she's the Phoenix, to send Kitty Pryde's adult consciousness back through time into her younger self. Okay, so the Fox movie don't count. Does not count. That was not actually Kitty. They took the concept of Kitty Pryde and they completely fucked it. Yes, Rachel Summers' Greyhouse. You're not aware of Rachel Summers? The daughter of Scott Summers and Jean Grey? Well, yeah, Ping. It's Fox. Fox did okay with the X-Men movies, but they did fuck around with the lore quite a bit. They did fuck around with the lore. Blood Rose. And she did. That's what I'm saying. The way she time traveled. Doc, thank you for the tier 3, Doc. Thank you so much. No, but the way and Kitty did not actually travel through time. That's the thing. Is the Days of Future Past comic? This is the comic where the Sentinels had taken over. The 99% of the mutants were either dead or in concentration camps. Wolverine helped Kitty Pryde, now Kate Pryde because she's an adult, smuggle in pieces of a mutant suppression jammer into the internment camp where she and a bunch of the other X-Men were, along with Rachel Summers. Once they get it working, Rachel Summers uses her power as Phoenix to send Kitty Pryde's consciousness from that time back into the past, into her younger self. So Kitty Pryde did not time travel. Rachel Summers just basically sent her consciousnness back through time. That's how that worked. So Kitty didn't actually time travel. It's just Rachel as the Phoenix is such an omega level telepath. She was able to send Kate Pryde's consciousness into her younger self and basically overrode her younger self's consciousness for a brief time while the X-Men tried to save Senator Kelly from being killed, which would set off the whole thing with the sentence. And ANBU, thank you for the follow. So, yeah, the Days of Future Past movie was fine, but it is in no way, shape, or form the same as the original. No way, and not even close. Well, Alex, like, the concept where they sent Logan's consciousness back into his younger body, yes, that one aspect was the same in the movie as in the book. However, it was a completely different person doing it, and a completely different person who got sent back, and the events of Days of Future Past were completely different because it was not the X-Men were rogues, were a rogue group running away from the Sentinels. They were actually captured by the Sentinels and in internment camps. Logan was the only one who was still free and was helping Kate smuggle in pieces to that jammer into the internment camp where so they could assemble it and build it, and Rachel could send Kitty's consciousness back. Excellent question, Revan. I don't know too much about Darwin. I've never really looked into Darwin. So I don't know the extent of his powers. So I don't know. Yeah, Archives, I agree. It's like they worked with the medium that they have, and Days of Future Past was a good movie. I'm not saying Days of Future Past was not a good movie. It was a good movie, but it was very different from what happened in the comic. Thaws up, Woodrose. Yeah, he is supposed to. I don't know if he has any kind of upward limits or anything. Like I said, Darwin is like someone that I have no idea about. He was introduced in the comics after I stopped really looking at comics, so Atanashi, if only. If only they would. Aw, Silver. Welcome. Silver, are you feeling better? Are you feeling better, Silver? I hope so. Oh, I know, Kevin. Well, again, Fox has had issues with their films. Like the whole thing of how Mystique is like Charles Xavier's adoptive sister. Like Fox did a lot of things with the franchise that I didn't like, and I was not thrilled about. There were plenty of those things that I did not like. But you know what? It made it possible. Theoretically, Revan, yeah, Mystique is a very accomplished fighter, so yes, she could fight Wolverine and potentially not get hurt. But Wolverine could also kill her, so